I'm Adley Cormier. I'm one of the city historians here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We're visiting the historic home of Debbie and Stan Shreve here in the Charleston Cultural District, part of Lake Charles, Louisiana.
This is an American four-square Craftsman. One of the reasons we bought it was for the front porch. It's so large, it's really like another room of the house, and we love it. We use it all the time. Come and take a tour of our house.
Here in Lake Charles, the Preservation Society does an annual Palm Sunday tour of historic homes. And we will be celebrating our 40th annual Palm Sunday tour of homes, Palm Sunday 2015.
Debbie and I have been coming to historic home tours for years and have always loved the old homes. And when this opportunity came up for us, we knew it was the right one for us, and it's turned into our dream home.
There are many authentic craftsman style details in this house, including this wonderful staircase, which has the paneling and the wonderful lighting fixture here in the entrance hall. And Debbie, where do you put your Christmas tree?
Put it right here in the entrance hall in the corner.
It's perfect,
right
isn't
here.
it?
It's perfect.
Here's a wonderful craftsman trick to get 2 fireplaces for the price of 1 chimney. Here's fireplace 1 in Carrara marble, and here's fireplace 2 with subway tile and a wonderful coal burner. Working pocket doors and authentic cypress and pine woodwork are features of a craftsman, and this house has many examples of fine craftsman interior woodwork.
We had some of the antiques already. The Budweiser vintage wagon set was handed down from my family, and my husband's uncle, this is his antique clock, metal clock. And we had a lot of the antiques, but we have had the time of our life shopping at estate sales and little garage sales, mostly estate sales, trying to furnish this house with what we thought it should look like, have looked like years ago.
And this picture here is actually a needlepoint from Germany that I got whenever I was in the military over there. This is a shadow box of my running with the bulls in Spain, Pamplona, Spain, back in 1975. This part of the house actually used to be an open back porch, as you can tell from the exterior window there, and this was an exterior door. It was closed in at some point to make for more living space and turned into a sunroom, family room type room.
You have to kind of work with what you've got, and as we were renovating, they had an old ugly door here, and I knew we didn't want that door there. And we found this glassed French door in the mud with straw and a little bit of rot on it, so we had a carpenter fit it here, and it just, the light started streaming through, and it was just beautiful. And this staircase is said to be a servant's staircase. They weren't allowed to use the front staircase, so they would run, come up the back, and they could go and get to all the bedrooms. And whether it was used for that or not, I'm not sure, but that's what it's said to be.
120, 110 years ago, when houses like this were built, the kitchens were very utilitarian affairs with a lot of open shelving. The homeowners in this house decided to keep the open shelving, and it's beautifully displaying wonderful collections of pottery and dishes and glasses, and actually reflects back to the time when this house was built.
This sink was original as for when we bought it, that is, and then we just loved it. We loved it immediately. We knew we wouldn't be ripping this out and changing this kitchen that much because we loved it. We've seen sinks like this in magazines, and we knew we wanted it. Very easy to clean. It's got the draining boards built in. It was just a lovely addition to this kitchen.
We're here at the Shreve's wonderful second floor sunroom, which was one of the sleeping porches for this 1906 house. And the windows made it awfully convenient in the hot summers to get the cool breezes. And it's one of the marks of many houses here in the South.
This room was actually in pretty good shape when we first started working on the house, but it looked bad visually because it was flaking paint everywhere, a few broken windows, but otherwise it was in pretty good shape. It mainly just needed cleaning up and freshening up, and it came out pretty good.
And like Adley was saying, it was a sun porch, really. So they opened windows, and it was more like a porch to let the fresh air in. And what we wanted to use it more as living space, so we had the AC ducts put in, and you know, now the humidity is controlled somewhat, and it's really nice to have it as living space.
In this bedroom here, it had pretty extensive damage due to Hurricane Rita. There was a hole in the roof which came all the way down through the ceiling. Water poured all the way down through the floor, down to the first floor. And so it had to, the flooring had to be reworked structurally and for the finish. And then fireplace had to be refaced and ceilings repaired. But once again, it came out pretty good. We're happy with it.
One of the pleasant features about this particular house is the actual presence of many closets. Closets were not usual in bedrooms, and to have small closets, but closets, is a sign of a high quality construction. The smallest of the bedrooms here at the Shreve house was originally the trunk room. Trunk rooms in southern homes were the rooms used for general storage of out-of-season clothing, of luggage, of unused furniture and so forth. But currently it is a bedroom because the Shreves,
We have grandchildren coming along, so we were going to make it a dressing room, and then we decided the grandchildren were more important, and then the antique toys started coming, and it was a lot of fun to do this room.
We've named this room the Warrior Room because it has this plaque of a Mayan warrior on the fireplace, and don't know when it was put there or who put it there, or the significance behind it, but we liked it, so we started calling this the Warrior Room and trying to decorate it in that theme.
This wasn't a very difficult renovation in this bathroom because the vanity was already here, the clawfoot tub was already here. My husband just added the shower rod set for this particular tub because it's just so convenient. And this original beadboard throughout, we just needed to caulk and paint, and it was an easy reno.
the spaces are grand in a Craftsman House, and that means that in proportion you'll also have grand details like these great columns, which are generous in size, doorways are generous in size, windows are generous in size, and this is a very large house, and yet it can be renovated and updated, and that's exactly what Debbie's done. Debbie and Stan have done.
That's right. We like the style, and from the moment you walk in the front door, you know, you're just drawn to that. And we couldn't build a home like this with all of these features in it today, but we can renovate one.
And after buying a house like this and living here, it's gotten us to really appreciate all the old houses in the areas. And we have flipped a few properties in the past, but now we're starting to concentrate on this downtown Garden District area. We just love the lifestyle here and the homes, and that's where we're looking to do flipping now.